Hey everybody, today on Auto Joe we will be exploring the 2020 Volvo XC40, which is a cute and bubbly compact crossover that competes against the BMW X1, the Mercedes-Benz GLA, and of course the Audi Q3. This car was brought to us by First International Auto Group out of Merrimack, New Hampshire. Definitely check out this Volvo and many others that they have on their lot. So we have the T5 Momentum trim here, which has a base original MSRP of $34,695. The list price for First International Auto Group, with this one having 59,000 miles on it, is just under $21,000. The T5 Momentum features the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. We of course have all-wheel drive with a 0 to 60 quoted at 6.2 seconds. An 8-speed automatic makes this a very economic vehicle with an MPG rating of 22 city and up to 30 highway. The Momentum trim is of course the bottom of the barrel, but still has plenty of good tech. What's above it is the R design and the inscription trims, but today we'll be exploring just the Momentum. Alright, so checking out these back seats sitting behind myself, I actually have a surprising amount of room. You know, I have about 3 inches of legroom and about 2 inches of headroom. We are just sitting just below this panoramic sunroof, and there is a little bit of a dip in the headline from the panoramic sunroof to the back seats, but there's not as big of a slope as you might think in a compact crossover. We don't have many bells and whistles in these back seats, not even including our own ventilation. We do have a USB-C port on the bottom and these little cargo nets right here, but not much else in this back seat, though they are quite spacious for a vehicle this size. The hatch is also a good size, with these back seats being able to fold all the way down, giving you plenty of access to the cabin. And if you lift up this little privacy cover and take it off, you have full reign to the hatch all the way to the cabin of the vehicle. Alright, so now that all that is out of the way, let's go for a little drive, shall we? So this 2020 Volvo XC40 has quite a lovely interior even for a base model. We do have cloth seats, but they're powered, they're heated, and we have a heated leather steering wheel as well. I think Volvo did a nice job here at putting all their high quality materials in the things you touch, which include this little shift knob here, and of course our steering wheel. The door cards have this little felt material on it. I don't think it all really looks all that good. I wish it, they did something else there, but at least it's not hard plastic. So we do have an 8-speed automatic transmission with the ability to shift yourself. As far as interior space, I was actually really pleasantly surprised with the back seat space. However, I feel like in this front seat, I don't really have enough room for my legs. And I'm not a tall guy. I do have longish legs for someone my height, but I should be able to spread them out a little more than I can currently. And so when you take into consideration that this is a compact crossover, so you're not going to get the best room in here, I do wish that they took away more from the back seat than they did from the driver, because the driver is the one who, bought this car. A key design note for this interior is not only this 9-inch infotainment screen, but we also have this little aluminum piece that runs across the dashboard in the door cards. I think it looks pretty good, a lot better than, putting gloss black there, which I do appreciate. The steering wheel itself is also very good looking. I feel like it has a very complementary shape. It's not a D-shaped wheel or anything like that, but it is quite nice to look at. It's very appealing and nice on the hands too. As far as steering wheel buttons, they did a good job with, having volume and skip track on this side, and of course our cruise control settings on this side. And we have adaptive cruise control in here, which is great. No complaints there. It's a perfectly set up steering wheel. And so although mostly we have physical buttons in here, there are a couple things that run through the screen, including our heated seat and our heated steering wheel, as well as our HVAC controls. But all that stuff is quick, easy access, and we have these little directional vents which feel of really high quality. We have a little drive mode button down here which puts on a little screen which shows you a couple different settings: comfort, individual, dynamic, and eco. We're gonna put it in dynamic and just kind of see how that is for now. I can tell the throttle is already a bit more responsive, and you kind of get a little bit of a turbo noise when you get on the gas too, like a little blow-off valve. It's funny. What I also find interesting about this interior is just how high this dashboard is. You know, if this was an EV, things would be much lower. You'd get a bigger windshield and you'd have a lot more visibility in here. But, you know, this is just kind of how these compact crossovers have to fit, you know, their engines and everything, because they don't want to be too long while having a, you know, a short cabin. You kind of have to appease to, you know, your competition, which includes like the X1 and the GLA, which are of course very short crossovers. The car gets up to speed very well. You'll be able to merge on the highway with no problems. 0 to 60 time quoted at 6.3 seconds. That's very impressive for a car with the starting MSRP of $38,000. And no one's going to be tracking these Volvo XC40s. In fact, most of the time you're probably going to want to leave it in eco mode or comfort and just kind of let the automatic transmission get you good fuel economy. And frankly, you know, real world, we've been getting about 24 on this drive, which is pretty good. And you guys know how much I love a panoramic sunroof, but this one just ain't it. So it opens fairly easily with just a little button. It has lots of nice light that comes into the cabin. However, above 55 miles an hour, the little windscreen that comes up actually just whistles, and it's quite annoying. But under that speed, it was fine. There was like some little bit of buffeting when the wind changed direction, but you know, I think they could have done better there. As far as the steering, it's typical Volvo steering. It's very light, right? There's no road feel in it. I think this is probably my least favorite part about Volvos, because I mean, otherwise they make really ergonomic cars that have great inputs, high quality materials that you touch very often, such as your, you know, HVAC controls, your steering wheel, your shifter. But you know, the steering is it's just way too light for me. As far as sound deadening, this car is just so quiet. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised about that. You know, I'd say it compares very well to my Mach-E, which, you know, that car is just about $60,000, and you know, I think that Volvo did a good job of, you know, carrying that sound deadening down into their shorter and lower priced models, such as this XC40. So if you're getting this car for your teenager, I would definitely teach them about proper mirror placement, because there is a lot of blind spots in this car. There's not very good visibility, but we do have these large mirrors that make up for it. So now let's put this car to the ultimate Auto Joe test, which is the worst road in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Of course, we're going to be approaching it at 20 miles an hour if you don't know the rules. And we're going to see how it compares to some of its competitors. I mean, we just drove that Audi Q3 a few weeks ago, so let's see. All right, so quite stiff, but I am impressed with its ability to, you know, withstand some of those larger bumps, especially, you know, since this crossover has a shorter wheelbase. And these 19-inch rims don't help it either, but, you know, they made the suspension quite soft, and that's also probably why that there's absolutely no steering feel here. All right, while we're stopped, let's pop this baby into reverse. Pretty standard backup camera, but with like kind of a bird's eye view. It points down at the car, so that's kind of a weird thing, but it does have parking sensors, which helped me out earlier, so that was good. So comparing styling to some of its competitors, of course the Mercedes GLA I don't like how they look. I definitely would rate that one at the bottom of the list. The BMW X1 would definitely be the second worst. I don't think it looks good at all. You know, they basically took the X3, X5 styling and, you know, squeezed it up, and it doesn't look as good as some of its competitors. And then I would say this one is not as good looking as the Audi Q3. I feel like the Q3 that we reviewed was a bit better of a looking vehicle. It had nicer seats too with the leather, but that one was a higher trim than this XC40 is comparatively. You know, of course this is a base model, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. But just, you know, rating them purely on exterior characteristics and styling, this one would be my second favorite. I think it looks pretty good, and I think these wheels complement it very well. So to wrap up my thoughts on this 2020 Volvo XC40 T5 Momentum, I will say that, you know, it's a very fuel efficient vehicle for being a crossover. It has a tow capacity of 3,500 pounds, ground clearance of 8.3 inches, plenty of space in the hatch, and we have seats that fold all the way down. So, you know, as far as practicality, this is as practical as a compact SUV gets, and the back seats are quite usable as well. I personally don't fit that well in these front seats. My legs just need a little bit more room up here, but it's still a very comfortable ride with good seats and a very luxurious interior. Of course, with these standard features such as the Apple CarPlay, the great infotainment screen, which even in bright light has plenty of lighting to keep it, you know, it's pretty glare resistant, as you would say. And I do like this panoramic sunroof. I wish that the buffeting would kind of go away, maybe get a different windscreen for it. But yeah, all the safety features you would need, such as the emergency braking and the blind spot monitoring and the lane mitigation, you know, you're getting an overall really great package. With that being said, if you are shopping for a compact SUV, this is definitely one to consider. I still personally would choose an Audi Q3, which would be similarly priced and get you a little bit better of an interior and a lot better steering. I can't really speak on reliability between the two, but that 2-liter in the Audi Q3 is fairly reliable and has good power for what it is. So with that being said, I did enjoy my time in this XC40. Definitely check it out at First International Auto Group out of Merrimack, New Hampshire. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next time on Auto Joe. Bye, folks.